Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back all. We are the Personal Foul Podcast. I am your host, Colton Gessler. Alongside me is my co-host, Phil. Phil, how the hell are you?
I am, I'm in between today.
Yeah, if you were to ask me Sunday, I was pissed, and we'll start off there why. The big news, before we get into it, actually, folks, make sure you follow us on the tickers below. Follow us on Facebook at Personal Foul Podcast and subscribe to our YouTube, Personal Foul Pod. Please, everything, all the likes, all the comments, all the shares, they mean a lot. So please keep doing that, and we appreciate it. But the big news of the sports world would be, is there a changing of the tide in New York baseball? The New York Metropolitans signed Juan Soto on a deal 15 years, $765 million, which is, I don't know why they haven't made it a bigger story, which will turn into $805 million contract when it goes up after 5 years. Let's not act like the Mets aren't going to continue to have Juan Soto. So unless he pulls a Robbie Cano, they're going to pay him $805 million. I love how everyone's blown over that. Oh, it's close to the Yankees. No. $805 million. Let's stop blowing that over. I know you're ready to rumble as far as this one goes today. It sucked Sunday. I was actually extremely pissed off seeing how close it was until the other stuff came out later. Oh, no, it's $805 million what this contract is. But he decided to take every single penny. And I get it's kind of what was talked about when he went to the Yankees is that the whole time was he's taking the most money. Then I'm like, dude, I don't know if he's going to go to the Mets. If the Yankees are in the ballpark, he's going to take the Yankees, I think. I lied. He's a money-hungry pig, and Juan Soto can kiss my ass. I was a huge Juan Soto guy. I got to tell you, Sunday I was pissed. I couldn't sleep. I know all the Mets fans are probably loving hearing this. Oh, the Yankee fans couldn't sleep. Kiss my ass, Juan Soto. Phil, I guarantee you have plenty to say on this. Juan Soto sucks. The Mets still suck. And enjoy $805 million, you bums.
Before we carry on with Soto, I just want to make note, there's going to be a longer show today because we have a lot to talk about. There's going to be no NBA. There's going to be no NHL. As much as I'd love to go off on the Rangers today in that Truba trade, the Rangers stink, but we're going to save that for another week. We have way too much to discuss today. We got to discuss about Juan Soto. We got to discuss about how the Jets still suck because my team beat the hell out of them. But most importantly, one of our greatest fans, and to all the fans, yes, thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, listen to Colton on this one. We normally don't listen to Colton, but please listen to him on this. But one of our biggest fans today, celebrating a birthday, the incredible Arnold Lauer. Happy birthday, A. Well done. You've almost made it to 50. More importantly, he passed a physical today. I don't know what doctor in their right mind passed a physical for Arnie Lauer, but he passed the physical so 6 more weeks of working for Arnie. Too bad. All right. Now that we got that off the plate here, let's go right to Juan Soto. Yes, I was like, you got to be kidding me. He went to the Mets. He went to that dump for $5 million more. And then, like you said, it's really $805 million. There's no way in hell he was going to turn down another $40 million. Soto made it right from the get-go when he was at Washington, when he turned down $400 million, that this was all about money. He bet on himself. He won. He got to a World Series last year. He played well in the playoffs. He absolutely earned his contract, and you got to tip your hat to him for that. He played the game well. He's got Boris as an agent. He's getting $805 million. Get that right, Met fans. And let's get something straight here, Met fans. Oh, yeah, you couldn't wait to blow up my phone the past 2 days. I had to hear, oh, this is so great. The tide's finally turned. This, that, the other thing. Oh, we had the next Ted Williams. Remember this. Ted Williams has never won a World Series. And Soto won't win one either with the Mets. And guarantee that. Put that in writing. You post this 15 years from now, Soto will not win a World Series with the Mets. Why? Because they still have no pitching. Number 2, you signed Clay Holmes. No, all of a sudden, everyone's now talking about that. You signed Clay Holmes. The guy is trash. He's a bum. I can't wait for him to blow games for you left and right. I'm going to thoroughly enjoy that as well. The main reason why I'm shocked that Soto left to go to National League is because the Mets are still the third best team in the division. The Braves are still better. Don't forget, they're getting Acuna and Strider back. And the Phillies are still better. I still think the Phillies are the best team in the division. Soto moves the needle, doesn't move it all the way. It doesn't make the Mets a championship contender team. I don't see that. The AL is so much weaker than the National League. I'm not going to say that the Yankees are going to win a World Series because as long as Aaron Boone's there, they're not going to win a World Series. And I've been saying this for years, and he absolutely proved it this year. Why he still has a job, none of us will know. That might have been a decision why what's his name left, why Soto went to the Mets. It wouldn't surprise me at all. Yeah, it should be an hour-long tribute to Arnie Lauer. Soto went to a harder division, so I got to tip my hat to him for that, but he went for $40 million. More reasons why. He was all about the money. He always has, and he always will be. His legacy would have been cemented with him and Judge. I think back-to-back, they would have been like Ruth and Gehrig. They might have won a series or two together, probably afterwards once Boone got finally fired, but the legacy is now gone as the Mets. I mean, it's all just gone to hell. Frankie Lindor, yeah, he signed with the Mets for this big contract. Does he move the needle? No, he never did. The Mets are still trash. Juan Soto is trash. The Mets are trash. Chad Franelich is trash. The Robinsons are trash. All you Met fans, John Mayer's trash. You're all a big pile of garbage.
Yeah, the Mets suck. Juan Soto sucks. But hey, good for the Mets fans. I know they're enjoying this one, rubbing in the Yankee fans' face and noses. I've listened to the fan the last few days, and I got to tell you, I've wanted to scissor kick the radio. Yeah, it sucks. So we got Mike Bauer in there, trash. Yeah, it sucks, man. F the Mets and F Juan Soto. And sorry for all the kids that are going to be waking up on Christmas with Juan Soto jerseys and the Yankees. Woof. Parents and Santa Claus, you better figure that out. You better figure that out.
Throw them in the fire.
Throw them in the fire. Right. So again, MLB free agency is getting off and running. We'll talk about the college football playoff as the final 12 teams are now cemented in for the first time. The 12-team playoff commences. What are your thoughts on the 12 teams? I know SMU made it in over Alabama, which, again, has gotten some SEC people up in arms. I think it's the right decision. You can't punish a team for making their conference championship. I think SMU deserved to get in. They're in. I also think it's stupid to have 12 teams. That's just me. I think it should be 6. But to each his own. They want to keep it interesting, college football. I don't know. Your thoughts on the 12 teams?
I have a lot of thoughts on that as well. Real quick on the Yankees, they need to go after what's his name? Corbin Burns. Go sign him now. Go solidify that staff. That's what the Yankees need to do. I don't want to hear about any of these other bats. They got guys in the minor leagues that they should bring up. Bring up Rice. Bring up Dominguez. Bring up Spencer. Let the kids play for a little bit. That's what I would do if I'm the Yankees right now. As for this farce of a 12-team playoff, I think the biggest disgrace of this whole thing is Penn State basically getting 2 byes until they get annihilated by Georgia. I mean, how in the hell do they start off? What do they get SMU to begin with, and then they get BYU the next game? Are you kidding me? Meanwhile, Ohio State has to go through the gauntlet, and they're not Ohio State. Oregon's the number 1 team, and they got to go through a gauntlet just to get to the title. That's absolutely atrocious. They need to reseed. You can't just let these playoff games fall where they want. I know it's all about the brackets. Brackets sell. Oh, let's fill in the brackets. We'll have more interest. No, nobody cares. Do the right thing, NCAA. Do put them in ranking where they should be. That's an absolute joke. The playoffs suck. I hope it's a terrible game. A, I want Oregon to win. B, I hope a garbage team gets in there so that the ratings tank, because that's what the NCAA deserves. As for Alabama, they don't belong. Miami didn't belong either, and I'm a Hurricanes fan. You got to beat Syracuse. Beat Syracuse, and you're in this tournament. You can't beat a crappy-ass Syracuse team on the road. I know it's on the road. Miami's 2 losses are on the road, just like Alabama's 3 losses are on the road. But Alabama didn't belong. They lost 3 games. I mean, Jesus, it's an absolute joke. I don't like the way this playoff setting has been set up. I think it's destined to fail. You have these rankings. You're going to have Oregon
next year. I think next year it's easily fixed. You're not giving Arizona State a bye. You're not giving Boise State a bye.
Yeah.
Like, that's embarrassing to have those teams with a bye.
Well, they want their conference champions to get a bye, which I
That's-
am not
no,
against.
no.
So who would you give a bye? Penn State? With 2
No,
losses?
I'm giving the top 4 teams in the country a bye. Like, again, I'm not giving Arizona
Georgia?
State a bye. I'm not giving Arizona State a bye, and I'm not giving Boise State a bye. Like, come
So
on.
who are you
let's
giving byes to?
see.
You got to give them to somebody.
I understand that.
Win your conference, then you get a bye. I have no
That's
problem with
stupid.
that.
The conferences suck. So again, you're punishing teams for losing when easily, if you're facing Georgia against Boise, if you're playing Georgia against Arizona State, they're annihilating them. Sorry to tell you.
Well,
Those teams
hey,
shouldn't
here's
get
the
by.
flip side of it. Don't cry when you join one of these super conferences then. You go there for the money. You play these big games. Win your conference. I have no sympathy for Oregon because they joined the Big Ten. Yes, the Big Ten, not the Big Ten.
I know you
They
say this
joined
every time.
conference. You know what?
You say this every time. I don't need
Yeah,
to keep
well,
calling
that's
it
what they are. They're the Big Ten.
Oh, yes,
I'm
I call it
continue
the
to
Big
call
Ten.
them the
Yes.
Big Ten.
Yes, I call it the Big Ten. No one
Yes.
cares. You call it the Big Ten.
I call it the Big Ten, and that's why it's going to stay. So I have zero sympathy if Oregon gets knocked out in the first round. I have zero sympathy for Georgia if they get knocked out when they play their first game because they go in for the money. That's the bottom line. Texas, you think Texas should be?
You realize Georgia, sure, Oregon, whatever. Oregon left because the Pac-12 was disappearing. So whatever, you say your piece on that. You realize these conferences were disappearing. So again, how to get in, these teams needed to go to power conferences to build up their resume. You realize that, right? It's not by choice. You realize that, right? So
I don't want to hear it. I got to see cupcake games in November when you're playing Division II games.
About Georgia. Georgia was in the SEC. Georgia didn't like, oh, hey, we're moving. No. Georgia stayed put in the SEC. And just like your Big Ten, the Big Ten, all those teams stayed in. Those other teams joined. So I don't know what to tell you. Like, but yeah, again, so you're what? If you're Georgia, go move to the.
They're still
no.
They're getting $30 million a year.
No, I don't want to hear it. So you're saying if you're Georgia, go to what? The ACC, because the ACC sucks, just to dominate it, just to get an instant bye? That makes no freaking sense. No, absolutely not. I'm not giving cake. I'm not blessing Arizona State and Boise State. No, why not? They're in the SEC. No, it's the top 4 teams. This shit's no. You'll find out when these teams at Arizona State on a bye, they're going to get annihilated.
This whole playoff is a sham. I mean, as far as I'm concerned,
again, it should be 6. It should be 6 teams. It should not be freaking 12. 12
it probably will.
It's baloney. Bill, you frozen? I think Bill's frozen. Bill's
jokes. 12 is way too many. I mean, they're gonna get like the basketball tournament. It's become boring because of all these teams that are. Nobody cares to see these garbage teams. Oh, I'm off.
You're back now. You were like very.
You were off.
No, you were very much frozen. Your Wi-Fi sucks.
My back. All right. That's weird.
Suck. So again, 12 teams.
I have top Wi-Fi. I think it's your Wi-Fi.
We have Clemson, Texas, Tennessee, Ohio State, SMU, Penn State, Indiana, Notre Dame.
It's an absolute.
And Georgia, Boise State, Oregon, and Arizona State are your byes. We will touch on it more as the games start getting played. But again, that is the college football playoff. Now we'll work our way to the NFL. We'll start off Thursday Night Football with a slugfest in the NFC. Oh, who does Michigan play? I don't care who they play. We got Bryce Underwood, and we beat Ohio State. This is a winning season for Michigan.
I just urinated on you.
You didn't urinate on me. Reigning, defending national champions, and got the number 1 recruit coming in. And beat a $20 million Ohio State team with no offense. Kiss my ass, Matt. Anyway, we work ourselves into the National Football League with a great NFC North game to start off the week. Packers, Lions, expectations were met. 34-31, Detroit win. Your thoughts on the game? Jared Goff and company got it done again. This is the best team in football for a reason.
They played well. They're a juggernaut. I don't know how they're doing it without all those huge defensive pieces that they keep missing. It seems like every other week now they're losing another big name. Thank God they have that offense. If they lose somebody on offense, they're screwed. They cannot afford to lose one of these guys on offense right now. The one guy they could probably afford to lose is Goff, because I think they have a decent backup, but they can't lose St. Brown. They can't lose Laporta. They can't lose either of the running backs. They definitely can't lose anybody on that offensive line. That offense is going to make or break them. The defense, I mean, they keep filling in the holes, which is a testament to Campbell. But I don't know how many more injuries that team can sustain without holding their number 1 seed. And we'll get into Philly in a little bit about them being the number 2 seed. But you may carry on.
We'll work our way to.
I can't hear you. Hold on a second.
Relax. I'm here. Relax. We'll work our way to South Beach, Miami, taking on the Jets. You talk about urinating on the Jets. The Dolphins just went into overtime with the Jets. Let's be real here. But the Dolphins do win 32-26. Get the win.
Well, I mean, let's be fair. I mean, it's Dolphins Jets. It's not like,
Giants. Here we go. Here we go.
It's an actual rivalry. It's not, it's right there with Baltimore and Pittsburgh. That's how you get to put them there.
Stop. I should mute you now.
Oh, it's not? Are you kidding me? The hell out of here. It's one of the best rivalries in football.
Not even
Jets Dolphins. A lot of history there.
That's embarrassing. It's embarrassing.
Oh
yeah, history. What history do the Jets have? History. Get the hell out of here.
Unlike a lot of teams. Don't make me stick up for the Jets, please. Don't do that. Don't do that to me. I love how everyone was saying, oh, Aaron Rodgers is back after this game. What a fraud. All you fraudulent Jet fans. What did he threw for 300 yards? Hey, 339 yards, 27 for 30. Oh, yeah, the old Aaron Rodgers is back. He's going to be ready for next year. Yeah, guess what? He ain't going to be there next year. He's going to be gone. Garrett Wilson's going to ask for a trade. He's going to be gone. You're going to be stuck with Devontae Adams with nobody throwing him the ball. This is going to be a beautiful thing next year. You thought the Jets were bad this year? Wait till next year when they're going to be even worse. As for the Dolphins, they won. It hurts their draft pick eligibility because they're not making the playoffs. I don't want to hear how they're going to be getting in there. They're not going to make it. They're 2 losses behind Denver. Denver has an easy schedule. The Dolphins still have San Francisco. They still have Houston. They're at Houston this week. They're not going to win these games. Let's be real. If you keep it close, who cares? Doesn't matter. Miami, they put on a good show. We beat the Jets. It made me happy. I always enjoy that. I love sticking up the Jets' asses. That's right.
We'll work our way to the dumpster fire at MetLife. New Orleans beating the Giants 14-11. Giants almost have a game-tying field goal. It's blocked. That game sucked. Both teams suck. Derek Carr gets hurt again. And we'll just blow by that one. Who cares? Don't need to talk about it. Both those teams
I just want to say that was an amazing feat. What that lineman did, he hurled over the line and then still had time to get his hands up to block that kick. That was impressive. Very incredible display of athleticism. He reminded me of myself right there. It was really impressive. A little genius in him.
Yeah, I don't know about that. No one cares. They both suck. Anyway, Steelers take care of the Browns 27-14. George Pickens hurt, hamstring, going to be out again, it looks like this week against Philly. But Steelers take care of the Cleveland Browns, have a 2-game lead in the AFC North. Russell Wilson delivers again. Freiermuth a big game. And Najee Harris finds the end zone as well. Steelers 27, Brownies 14. We'll work our way to A. Lauer's birthday team. That would be the dumpster fire known as the Atlanta Falcons. They get pissed on and embarrassed by Sam Darnold and the Vikings. 42-21. I think this is the talk of the season, this team. Atlanta has to be like one of the most negative stories of the season. This team sucks. Holy cow. Kirk Cousins, horrible. What the hell what the hell are the Falcons going to do?
I don't know. I mean, you talk about a team of 2 halves. What they have a 3-game lead at one point over Tampa? They're going to run away with this division. And they started playing good teams, unfortunately. And, Minnesota just kicked them in the teeth this weekend. I mean, Darnold did whatever he wanted. That secondary was atrocious. I mean, you had Jefferson and Addison with over 130 yards and 5 touchdowns combined. That's piss poor. I mean, my God, get a pass rush at least, Atlanta. Embarrassing display. And what the luck of the Vikings. They have the second best record in the league, and they're going to get a 4th seed. How bad is that? They're not even going to get a home game. Terrible. I hate to play them in round 1.
Yeah, Minnesota taking care of business. We work our way to another NFC South team, and that'd be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking care of the Las Vegas Raiders. The tank for Shedeur Sanders is on in Vegas. They lose 28-13. Aiden O'Connell hurt. Looks like his season might be done as well. Spencer Rattler show in Vegas. No one cares. They win. Buccaneers win 28-13 and take control of the NFC South. But the only problem is the Falcons do have the tiebreaker. So Buccaneers going to have to stay ahead of Atlanta. So we'll see how that works out. Your thoughts on the game?
I mean, Mayfield, he's done a hell of a job. Evans, I think he only had 3 catches for the game, but he's still finding his open receivers. He's done a hell of a job. What did he have? 295 yards, 3 touchdowns. I think 2 were to McLaughlin or something. I forget his name.
McMillan,
whatever. But Mayfield, I mean, my God, you talk about a comeback player of the year. It's got to be him. He's had an amazing year.
Got to be Russell Wilson, but sure, I'll let you pass that one.
Oh, for God's sakes, he missed half the year. Can you stop being a homer for 5 seconds?
Oh, wow.
Did
Joe Flacco miss half the season last year? Oh, yes, he did. Kiss my ass.
Oh,
they said the president last year with Joe Flacco. Kiss my ass.
Oh, God, I got to hear this garbage with the Steelers. Oh,
that's a clip right there. All right, we're flipping that from you. That's great. Oh, you suck. Oh, my God. We'll work our way to – I know we got a lot of Philly fans in here. We'll work our way to the link. We'll work our way to the link. And, again, we've kind of talked about Carolina. I should have grabbed it. It was a huge spread. Carolina looks really, really good. This team definitely – it's crazy. I was looking at the standings. I know they have 3 wins. And they're like, I think, pick number 3 currently, and I think up to pick number 9. All those other teams are eliminated, yet Carolina's sitting there not eliminated yet, which is hilarious. NFC South sucks. Anyway, Bryce Young playing really good football. I think that's kind of the main story of this game is Carolina definitely, I think, has their quarterback going in next season.
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, Young finally, and I'm glad for him. He's he's made a lot of progress. That benching in the middle of the year really helped him. I mean, he didn't have the best game against Philadelphia, but Philadelphia is a good team. I mean,
it's a good team, though. God, if that's Bryce Young of like the beginning of the season, oh God,
it would have been 34-10 easily. Without that, I mean, the big news for Carolina is Brooks is done for it. He tore that same ACL. That's huge. I mean, he may be done. When you tear that twice and you're a running back, that's going to take a miracle for him to get back. I don't see.
And yet the ass clowns in the auction league are betting $40 for him in the draft this year. Freaking idiots, Rick and I don't even know who ended up getting him. Rick and someone else were bidding for him $40 for
Rick sucks
for a guy with injury going
on ACL. Stupid.
Oh God.
By the way, you're the 2 seed in that league.
What's that?
You're the 2 seed.
I'm the 1 seed.
Total points.
No, I was told head to head.
Who told you? Tyler Granado? No. He don't know his ass from a hole in the ground. And I kicked your ass out, Tyler. I beat you 2 weeks in a row and knocked you out. That's too bad, bitch. You suck.
You guys posted the rules in there. It said head-to-head first. This league's so fixed. You talk about guess your game in my league. Your league sucks. Your league is such a train wreck. God almighty, you guys are awful.
You're a train wreck.
You guys are awful. Anyway, Eagles win 22-16. We'll work. I don't even want to talk about it. We're just going to mention the game. 10-6, Jacksonville upsets.
I have no interest talking
We're
about
skipping
that
over that one. That game sucked.
Levis stunk in that game.
NFC West time, though, in a battle for the division, Arizona trying to get paybacks, and wrong. Seattle taking full control of the NFC West. They win again, 30-18. Geno Smith, Zach Charbonnet show in this one. Big win for the Seahawks.
It was a great win for Seattle. I mean, if I'm Seattle, I'm thinking about trading Kenneth Walker and getting some picks for him. I mean, Charbonnet I always thought was the better quarterback. They like Walker better for some reason, but I mean, he had a monster game. What did he have? Charbonnet, 22, 134, 2 touchdowns. I mean, he's a beast. Geno had a decent game, 24 for 30, 233. The regression, though, for Kyler Murray, this is an issue. His accuracy is terrible. 25 for 38. McBride, he went 7 for 70. How does this guy not score a touchdown all year? I mean, McBride, you got to get him a receiving touchdown, but Kyler Murray, he has really regressed. And outside of that great game against Miami, really, what the hell has he done this year? He's been atrocious. Arizona, I mean, they're done. I don't think they're, without a doubt, because they've lost 2 now to Seattle. So they even lose the tiebreaker. I think Arizona's done. I think the only team that has a chance left are the Rams.
Speaking of the Rams, big win for them. Probably shocking pick of the week, 44-42 over Josh Allen. I can't believe he lost. Imagine looking at that one like, look at this stat line. 3 rushing touchdowns, 3 passing touchdowns. I don't think he had a pick in the game. Oh, and they lost.
Oh. Yeah, first time since Otto Graham that has happened for you historian buffs. I know people like Colton over here don't give a damn about the NFL history. They only care about today. But don't worry, the genius is here to let you know what's going on.
I know the genius just paid attention last night when they were like talking about the history of what Josh Allen did. So congratulations, thank you.
Oh, I don't listen to anything about Josh Allen.
Oh, I bet. I bet
you magically didn't
hear that. I bet you magically didn't hear that on the pregame for Sunday Night Football. Oh yeah, this is the first time since Otto Graham. Kiss my ass, Phil.
No, I actually didn't listen to it because I was at a clutch concert on Sunday night.
You're not convincing anybody with that hat on that you magically Googled and figured out the history. Yeah, my ass. Genius. We'll get to beat the genius. Oh, you suck. You suck so bad at this. Oh, it's looking great. But yes, crazy game. 44-42. LA delivers the goods. This seems weird, man. The Rams, I don't get it. Like, there's games where I see Stafford do what he did yesterday or on Sunday. And then, like, the week before, and it's like, what the hell are the Rams? Like, you go from dominating one of the best teams in football in Buffalo. I won't say dominating, but you put up a boatload of points like, yeah, you're not stopping us. To then you lose a head scratcher a few weeks ago. I'm trying to remember who they lost to. I can't figure out the Rams. I cannot figure them out for the life of me.
Well, they lost to Miami at home. And then they go in and beat Buffalo. I mean, what the hell sense does that make? Nobody saw that coming. I thought Buffalo was going to trounce them. They were one of my picks last week. Screw you, Buffalo. How dare you make me look bad? I mean, Allen, he's a hell of an athlete. There's no denying that. They've got to utilize the run game more. That defense was exhausted at the end of the game. Nakua's last touchdown, I mean, that was embarrassing. You could tell Buffalo was dead at that point, which is a disgrace because these are supposed to be the best athletes in the world. And you can't even catch Nakua, running 30 yards on a hook. I mean, that was shameful, absolutely shameful by Buffalo. And that's why I can't take this team seriously. That's why the AFC, it's going to be the Chiefs. You're going to tell me that Buffalo's going to do anything? No, they're not. You're going to tell me Baltimore's going to do anything? No. Schittsburg probably won't even win their first game. We know that as a fact. And all the other teams suck in the AFC. I don't want to hear about Denver or the Colts or whoever else is going to make it. It's all trash. It's Kansas City. Kansas City, here we come. That's what it's going to be. Buffalo is fraudulent. Always have been, always will be.
Again, you're definitely wrong on Pittsburgh. That's fine. They keep proving you wrong every week. So it's great. They prove you wrong every week.
Christ almighty. You think this team is a Super Bowl team?
1,000,000%. Yes.
Why is that?
Because they can win in every which way. They have the best kicker in football in Boswell.
Oh, they're the best kicker. Hey! They got the best kicker.
Got to make kicks. Got to make kicks in the big moments.
Yeah, you got to make kicks. You got to score touchdowns, too.
Yeah, and they've done that.
A 15-13 game on the Chiefs.
Did you not see them put 44 up on Cincinnati? Oh, yes.
Cincinnati. Big
Congratulations.
deal. Swiss cheese defense.
Wow, Swiss cheese. Only 20 points up on them last night.
It's Dallas.
Congratulations, Dallas. Dallas went right down the field.
Did you see the stat on Monday Night Football last night? How the Cincinnati's lost 4 times while scoring 30 points, which has never been done? 4 times in 1 year.
Correct.
I don't want to hear about, we put 44 up on Cincinnati. Me, you, Arnie Lauer, and John Mayer drunk could put 44 up on Cincinnati's defense. That's how bad that a defense is. And I am the genius. I am an incredible athlete. So, yeah, I probably could by myself.
Yeah, definitely not. Steelers are a legitimate contender. Anyway, 49ers beat up the Chicago Bears 38-13. I don't know what to say about Chicago. This team sucks. This team should have never went into this year with Matt Eberflus, and they're paying the price for it. And I hope they figure out what the hell to do with Caleb Williams. This team sucks. Honestly, this is the Jets of the NFC, honestly. You draft the number 1 overall pick. You have 3 legitimate wideouts: Dunze, Keenan Allen, DJ Moore, Cole Kmet, DeAndre Swift, the running back. Like, you're thinking, okay, this team's competing for a wild card spot. Nope, this team's in the lottery again. This team sucks.
They have no offensive line. The Bears better draft 5 offensive linemen in this draft. That's what they need to do. They need to protect the line. That line is garbage. It's an awful line. I mean, as soon as he says hike, they're in there. Those pass rushers are in. I mean, every time. I mean, San Francisco just had his way with them. Their way with them this week. It was just embarrassing. I think he got sacked 6 times. What was his stats here? Williams, 17 for 30. Oh, God, 132 yards. I mean, he had 2 little touchdown dumps to Uzuni, but I mean, Swift was hurt, which didn't help. Johnson was out with a concussion. I mean, the team's in disarray. Go draft 5 offensive linemen in Chicago. That'll help you next year.
Oh, and speaking of your wonderful Kansas City Chiefs, they sneak by again. This team stinks. This team is literally the Steelers.
Yeah, they stink. 11-1, and they stink. Okay.
Congratulations. Yeah. When the Steelers are winning, no one ever gave them the credit. But since it's Kansas City, they get the pass. Kiss my ass. This team's not good.
Because there's nobody else in the AFC that's going to compete with them.
I tell you, Pittsburgh can beat Kansas City.
No, they can't.
We'll find that on Christmas. They'll find out on Christmas.
Oh, that's right. The big Netflix game. I can't wait for that to crash.
Yeah.
You're going to be over Christmas.
We're going to win that game. Anyway, this team that just keeps skating by with wins, doink off for the win for Matthew Wright and the Chiefs, doink off the upright and in. They win 19-17. This team stinks. They've skated by the last 4 weeks. Should have losses to Carolina and Las Vegas, 2 dumps of an organization, and they sneak by against the Chargers. I don't know what to tell you. This team's not that good. I think people are starting to figure it out with Kansas City. And it's going to catch up to them.
What? They keep winning.
Oh, they keep winning. I heard the same thing with Pittsburgh.
That is. We're figuring out Kansas City. How you figuring them out? 11-1.
I never heard this with Pittsburgh when Steelers were winning. We're winning all those
things. Nobody cares about Pittsburgh. They were not the defending 2-time Super Bowl champions. The Chiefs
that's great.
Are.
Oh, that's great. Such a history.
Oh, that's great.
This team sucks.
Away that they're the past 2 winners of the Super Bowl.
That's great. That's the last 2 years.
I don't want to homer.
No, I'm not even being. I don't want to hear it, Phil. This team's skating by with wins. It's going to eventually catch up.
Yes, I agree with you 100%, Ian.
This team's skating by. I don't want to hear it. And we'll finish up Monday Night Football. Bengals 27, Cowboys 20.
Leon Lett came back. The ghost of Leon Lett. Dallas doing Dallas things. What an atrocious loss. I mean, my God. I do have to say it was nice watching Micah Parsons just storm off the field after the game. He left before the game ended. He was so damn angry when he left. At least somebody on that team has a little bit of a heart because nobody else does. That was just an atrocious loss. The Bengals stink. They're awful. That's 2 teams. I don't even care. I don't even want to talk about it. It's a trash game. I can't believe they didn't flex out of that Monday night game. Oh, it's Dallas. We got to watch them. Blah, 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 blah. Who cares? Screw Dallas. Terrible team. Well said, Ian. Well said.
I think it's that time. Man has his hat on, but I can tell you, it should be me with the hat on. Because I can tell you, Phil is not the genius. It is me that's the genius.
You are no genius.
Oh, God.
You think Schittsburg has a chance to beat the Chiefs. You are no genius. You are
I'm indeed the genius. It's amazing.
That's what you are.
It's amazing. It's amazing how things have turned because you all crap talked me going into your auction, your old precious auction league. Oh, the new guy. What is he doing drafting? Oh, I don't know. The number 1 seed. Hi, here I am. Yes. No, 1 seed. I already posted in the auction league. Someone posted the rules for this year. Yeah, head-to-heads first. So wait for the shitty commish as in you.
Needs to change that.
Sorry to tell you guys. Thank you. Number 1 seed coming to me there, boys. And
you're a little late, Anvil. We're ready to talk Yankees. Get here on time. Nobody wants to hear you. Go wish Arnie a happy birthday.
Phil sucks. He does. He does, Uncle John. He does suck. We're the number 1 seed. He sucks. Hell yeah. Anyway, speaking of Beat the Genius, we'll give you the rankings here. Mike Bauer, 8-10. Ray Trimble, 19-17. Phil with Phil with
It's
an
gonna be
awful
red.
stat line of 19, 19, and a push 1. 19, 19, and 1 for the genius. He sucks. The real genius of the show, 23 and 16. Oh, what a buffer. Oh, I can already taste those Surfsides coming this way. Woo-hoo-hoo.
Probably
And Kenny and
race
Karen
weekend,
Warren.
putting new picks
And
after the
Karen
show.
Warren at 17 and 13. So, Phil, your picks.
My picks this week. I'm going 3-0 this week without a doubt. It
Oh,
is a
yeah.
lock.
Mr. 1-1 and 1. Mr. 1-1 and 1. You're really going 3-0.
Oh yes. So, and I know this is you're probably laughing at me at this one because I just destroyed Dallas, but I'm taking them. They're getting 2.5 at Carolina. I know Carolina's played well. This just smells like, oh, Carolina's playing real well. I think they're going to beat the hell out of Dallas this week. They're actually favored. Micah Parsons is going to have a field day against that crappy offensive line. I just smell Dallas winning by 10 in that one. Next one, the big game. I'm going to bet on the big game because that's the cojones I have. I don't run and take little whoosh bets like you do. I am taking Detroit -1.5 against the Bills.
It's 2.
It's 2, whatever.
It's 2.5.
2.5? For God's sakes, whatever. 2.5. I'll take it. I'm still taking Detroit. They'll win by a field goal. And the last one, I'm taking the Thursday night game. I'm taking the Niners 2.5. Right? 2.5 at home?
Yep.
Against the Rams. The Rams shot their load this week. They're going to do nothing against that defense. I think both are supposed to play. I think they're going to have a rough time. I see the Rams getting annihilated at home. I guarantee, and you can post this on your little clips there, I guarantee 3-0 this week for the genius. 3-0. And yes, John Mayer, Carolina will beat the Panthers.
What the hell is going on?
Arnie Lauer was drunk one day, and Dallas was playing. It was actually that Dallas was playing the Panthers. No, it was Atlanta. Atlanta was playing the Panthers. Arnie kept screaming, "Carolina's going to beat the Panthers!" And John kept saying, "Who's beating the Panthers? Carolina's going to beat the Panthers." It's a long time ago. It's one of those things that stuck. Happy birthday, Arnie. We miss you.
Oh God! All right, so I'm going to take the Philadelphia Eagles -5 against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Steelers are going to be without.
Wow.
Yeah, Steelers are going to be without George Pickens this week.
They were
Again,
without him last week.
correct. They also played Cleveland in a game they needed to have. They never win in Philly. They're not winning this week. Steelers, I'm taking the Eagles -5. I'm also going to take the New York Jets -3.5 against the shitty Jacksonville Jaguars. Another crap team. And it's a ginormous spread. I'm scared of it. God, I think Ravens need to get right.
I looked at that game.
14.5. I think I'm taking Baltimore. I think they steamrolled the
Giants. DeVito might be playing quarterback again. It's just the Giants are a mess. They want to play for that number 1 pick.
Like, I'm looking at the picks here. Like, I don't love anything else. Like, it's
I
a
got
ginormous
wins.
It's a huge spread. Oh, you know what? You know what I could take? I might be talking myself out of it. I could talk myself into Atlanta. Crappy Atlanta against a crappy Vegas team.
Do that too. Desmond Ridder starting. Not a bad pick. Do you really want to take the Atlanta Falcons, though, on Arnie Lauer's birthday?
I know. That is a good point there, Uncle John. Giants are benching their bench. All right, I'm doing it. Give me the big spread. I can't believe this is probably the biggest spread I've ever bet on. I'll take the Ravens -14.5. We'll wait for Kenny Warren's crappy picks to get in, and Ray Trimble's to get in, and Mike Bauer to get in. So I have a lead.
Did Rick Giarmo pick last week?
What's up?
Did Rick Giarmo make any picks last week?
No, I did not see any picks.
I'll have to get on him for that.
That's all right. We'll wait for him to try to win anything. So I'm stealing your 30 pack between our bet, me and you, and I'm going to steal the other 30 pack from everybody else on top of it. Oh, it's great. 60 Surfsides coming my way. Oh, baby. Phil saw. Phil, anything else to add?
Yes. Met fans, go to hell. I can't wait for this epic failure. It's going to be Bobby Bonilla all over again. I cannot wait for the crash and burn out in Shitty Field. It is going to be an epic, epic failure. Oedipus is not even going to have a biggest failure as this. This is going to be incredible. I cannot wait for the crash and burn. Go to hell, Met fans. Enjoy your 5 minutes of happiness because I'm going to be there and snuff you out real quick. Screw you, John Mayer. That's right.
I'm Colton. That's Phil. Appreciate everyone.
Genius.
Sorry, I think I've proven in the last few weeks that who's the genius on this show. Anyway, appreciate everyone for tuning in. Make sure you follow us on the tickers below. We appreciate everyone for tuning in. Make sure you follow us on Facebook, Personal Foul Podcast, and subscribe to our YouTube, Personal Foul Pod. Please share the show on Facebook. The more eyes, the better for us. We appreciate it. Make sure you have everyone you know subscribe to our channel. We really appreciate it. And again, we'll be back again next week. So appreciate everyone for tuning in.
Have a good week, everyone, especially you, Met